Alright, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Red Chai map and we've got Ghost in the KV-1, the tier 5 Soviet heavy tank. It's probably one of the best heavy tanks of this tier. From the tech tree, he's playing on the NZ server, so we've got bots in the game as you can see. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 real players on each side. And as we know, the important thing is to try and take out the other human players. Although I have to say that some of the AI players, they do seem to adjust the programming on it occasionally and they can fight back. But anyway, see what happens in this game. Alright, heading to the hills here. Let's just make the mini-map a little bit bigger. So he's got an AI player in front of him, and he's discovered another AI player, so getting some spotting there. Not seen any human players yet, but looks like yeah, he's been spotted and taken some damage, so Ghost's coming up here to crest the hill and see if he can spot anyone on the other side. Looks like he got spotted crossing there. So, could be a leopard. Well, there is a leopard out there, enemy leopard, but seems to be a bit far away. Alright, it's got that AI player coming up here, the M5 Stuart. And there is a human player in a leaf blower trying to take him out, but so far no damage taken. And he's just punishing this bot here. Interesting, it doesn't seem to have the fast firing gun. Let's just see what gun he's using. Alright, it's the 85mm, okay, alright. Now generally, if you know you're going to be playing tier 5 games, you choose the 57mm fast firing, or the leaf blower's taken a big chunk out of him there. But he's got plenty of hit points left, so not a problem. But yeah, the 57mm is a DPM machine at this tier. But obviously in a tier 5 tank you can come up against tier 6 and even tier 7, although most commonly tier 6 tanks. So it's worth having a higher pen than the 57mm has, but for this tier you don't really need it. But you can see, yeah, it's relatively slow rate of fire, although not bad for its caliber. Anyway, puts in a shot there when the tank's gone past dark, I should say. So we'll see how that correlates against his total. Alright, just been spotted there. Would it be by the M8? So it looks like the leaf blower's got a different trajectory there. Finishes him off. And took a hit that he bounced off from Panzer 4H. So he knows that's one of the live players there. But let's see the leopard over the other side of the map. Alright, it's already got 1.2k of damage, so pretty decent output so far, but in these games with AI players you can really get some high damage games if you're on top of your own game, that is. Right, so it's coming over here to the castle. There is a isolated AI player. But he's got another AI player of his own team there. They're not obviously being very effective, so coming here to take that tank out. He's just staying in relatively safety here in the ditch, but as soon as he gets out here to the castle he might get spotted. Let's see what happens. So, is he getting any shots back? It looks like he has. Locks onto the Stook 3. And that's one of the live players. Puts one shot into him. That's a very nicely named player. Chat, it's me. Has hole. I guess that's not what you're supposed to think, it says. And it's got another AI player there. Oh, there's the Stook. He should be able to get rid of him. Yes, he does. Okay. Alright, he here we go. This is the player who came after in the first place, the P2640. It's good to see a variety of tanks being used for the AR players. Sometimes they're pretty stock standard vehicles like the BT7s and the Char Bs, etc. The B1s, I should say. But pretty even game so far. They're almost identical hit points and the same number of tanks killed. But what's the important thing is there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the human players on the other side, and there's only 3 on Ghost's team, but Ghost obviously having a strong impact on this game so far. Now got 2k of damage. So coming back to the centre here to try and shoot down enemy tanks. No, what's he heading for? Well, it's going to come around the side of the hill, I'd say, but let's try and work out what he's doing here. So we can see from the mini-map, the Leopard and the T-34 are down in the south. There's a B1 over this side, but fairly far away. And they're starting to lower this. The B1 has moved up. So just waiting to aim in. There's the leaf blower firing in. Now that B1 fairly deep into cover there, so not a great target. And there's a lot more action in the south. In fact, there's only 3 tanks left on his team. They're now 3 tanks down, so this is not ideal. So he needs to come back and deal more damage to these live players to try and get some control over what's going on. We've got no AI players left on his team. So he's taking a fairly circuitous route here just to stay under cover. Doesn't want to get punished by the leaf blower. But also stay out of view range of the other tanks. And I guess come up through the castle to reposition. Okay, heading for the corner. Okay, so I think we're getting into a defensive position, but they're getting capped here. So we'll have to swing around and do something, or Panzer 4H will have to do something, but he's in fairly low health. So the B1 is still there. It's probably the B1 on cap. Yes, I'd say it is the B1 on cap. So not a great threat. That is an AI player, but oh, okay, the BT7 is there as well. It's also AI, and they've taken out the Panzer 4H. So he gets spotted there now. It's that T-34, and he lines him up, puts auto lock on, gets one shot in, keeps it on auto lock, but it's not ideal for moving targets, so better to try and aim there, although depends how quickly they're moving, but unless he's digging in here in this corner. He's got a chance to deal some damage to the Leopard, but okay, now there's the T-34. T-34 looks interesting, he's gone sideways. Oh, and the Leopard starting to punish him. Puts another shot into the T-34. He does take a hit, but he gets rid of him, and now we can get rid of the Leopard. That's a one shot, but they've lost the Audi, so he's now up against 5 enemy tanks, so he's on for a Kolobanovs medal, and he's got all these tanks to do damage with. Gets rid of the BT7, so it's 7 kills. He's already got his top gun, and there's the leaf blower, Panzer 4H, and this B1, so he'll have to deal with the B1 now as the here and now. 3 shots and he's gone, I'd say. But he doesn't have a lot of health left, so it's just trying to be very careful here. There's Panzer 4H. puts a shot into him. Leaf blower misses, luckily. Pants 4H just sitting there, giving him a nice target, which is nice. He's just ducking back into a cover as he takes these shots, just being careful. Alright, gets rid of that live player. Now he's got the B1 AI player, and he'll be able to get rid of him one more shot. Bounces the incoming round, which is lucky. Gets rid of the B1, and now he's just up against the leaf blower. So he needs to move and get away from last spotted, which he's doing. 4k of damage, that's a great total, but now he's just got the leaf blower to contend with. 4 minutes left, but I don't think he can go around chasing artillery around the map. I think he'll have to cap to do something about this. Or I might just speed it up, get him to the cap position. And that's exactly where he's going, so let's get him there. Alright, so sitting on cap. Now the RT will know where he is, of course, because the cap timer is going down, but he's in a pretty protected position depending on where the artillery turns up. And he'd have to move around to be able to shoot into this corner of the building, which will probably expose him to even the limited view range of the KV-1. So 2 minutes to go, and we will not wait for the whole time, so let's just take some time out. Time's ticking down, here we go, 20 seconds to go in terms of the cap timer. 1 minute to go in the game, so we'll win this as long as the artillery doesn't interrupt it. But the artillery not to be seen, although he could be coming up from the other side of the building, you would never know, but not really ideal for the artillery. Oh, here he comes. He's over there, but he misses, doesn't reset, and that's the... Oh, he gets spotted, yeah, but comes out, puts a blind shot in, but doesn't get any return fire, which is nice, and that's the end of the game, and that's a win. So it looks like some of the blind shots went in. He's end up with just under 4.3k of damage, so 9 kills. So let's go through the epic medals here. So high caliber award for the most damage, Top Gun for at least 6 kills, the Invader for getting at least 80 cap points, and obviously he got 100, but got spotted, so that takes out another medal he could have got. Steel Wall for blocking, he's done a 1200 blocking, which is good. Radley-Walters for getting the 8 kills, and the coveted Kolobanovs medal. Now, he did earn that in another video we've shown in the M10 RBFM, but notice here that he didn't have to kill all 5 of the enemy tanks, he just had to win the game against 5 enemy tanks as the remaining tank on his team. So, yeah, obviously you want to kill as many as you can to increase your chances, but clearly capping out is a way of winning against 5, so even if they were all still alive, you'd still get the Kolobanovs if you were the remaining tank and there were 5 left, so just by way of explanation. All that together has earned him the Ace Tanker Mastery badge, so what's the team score? Let's have a look at that. So he's finished well on top there, let's just sort that in order. 1755 base is excellent performance. The 4.3k of course is just massive for tier 5, and you can see the remaining hit points generated by the other team members, all relatively small. And on the enemy team, the Leopard obviously doing the most damage, doing 2k, and he could well have earned a mastery badge out of that, or pretty close to it with 651 and getting courageous resistance. The T-34 also doing a decent job with 1200, and Stug 3 getting over 1002. So some good effort on the enemy team, but coming against Ghost, who's clearly with the 3 marks on his KV-1 is a bit of an expert at this tier. Alright, so what did it cost him? So he's ended up firing 38 shots, not bad for using that gun. 29 hits and each hit penetrated. End up using a mix of ammunition, but without any boosters or anything like that, he's actually made a very small profit of 6k. That obviously helped by not using premium consumables. So another great game there from Ghost. If you're playing on the ANZ server, this is really what you have to deal with in terms of playing against AI players, you don't really get a lot of choice with the small number of players on the server, so you've got to make the most of it what you can, and this is what you call making the most of it. So well done, Ghost. Thanks very much for providing the content. Hopefully watching the video you got something out of it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.